a white Oprah, so I'm good either way.
I can't, you admit it, you can't tell the difference. I mean, Tina Fey's that good.
Sarah Palin's a lot better looking.
A lot better. All right.
He's agreeing.
Despite the joke, Sarah Palin is definitely getting the last laugh. She's back. She's bigger than ever. She's playing herself, for instance, on the cover of Newsweek magazine. I don't know if you got that shot. Her memoir, Going Rogue, there she is. Going Rogue looks like a huge #1 bestseller. She's got a major media tour unfolding this week, along with the bus tour that'll take the former governor and VP candidate to 9 states, 7 days. Aside from Oprah Tuesday, she's also got Barbara Walters' 5-part series beginning this week. One of the questions Babs asked is whether Sarah knew that her teenage daughter Bristol was sexually active before finding out Bristol was pregnant with Levi Johnston's baby. Here's Babs.
Did you know that she was sexually active?
No, and that is why it was shocking. Truthfully, we were devastated.
All right, Levi Johnston not mentioned in the book. The governor's also appearing on Sean Hannity's show, Bill O'Reilly. It's going to be huge. Governor, you got any problem? I mean, Governor Al, Reverend Shapton, do you have any problems with Sarah Palin's reemergence, and do you think it helps her potential candidacy?
Oh, I think it helps the Democrats. I couldn't think of
helps the Democrats.
Oh yeah, I couldn't think of a better standard bearer for American Republicans than Sarah Palin for the Democrats. I think in a time of double-digit unemployment and very serious matters, for her to be the face of the party, we couldn't have created it if we wanted to.
Do you say that because you don't think she's a substantive person?
I don't think she's substantive, and I don't think most Americans take her seriously.
From Ann's just out paperback, Guilty Liberal Victims and Their Assault on America. The moment John McCain introduced Palin as his running mate, liberals switched from being the primary advocates for stamping out sexism toward women in politics to being the primary perpetrators of sexism toward women in politics. You believe that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the Levi Johnson thing is a perfect example.
The fact that he's getting so much play?
They're treating this like a serious news story. You think he invented the cure to cancer. Well, you know, other vice presidential candidates have actual children as opposed to boyfriends of children. In fact, an actual vice president, not even a candidate, has children with some drug problems. We don't hear about it. We didn't hear about it with Gore's son. I don't think we should hear about it. I think there ought to be a gentleman's agreement, but wow, not with Sarah Palin. And by the way, she did everything she could to keep her daughter away from this white trash loser. So, I mean, she is totally not to blame for this. She moves her child to another school.
What about the Rev's point that she doesn't have the chops to be a national candidate?
That's what all the Democrats said about Reagan. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't, but that's what they said about Reagan. I'm not taking advice from Reverend Al on a good conservative.
Rather than ask you a political question,
just note that she called it white trash. I did.
For the record, okay, we got that. Do you think that
voiceover?
Does sexism make her or make her image more vulnerable?
Absolutely. I mean, myself as a former First Lady, I saw the types of attacks that I got. People didn't pay attention to the degree that I had, that I was a former prosecutor. They called me former lingerie model, and, you know, that type of thing they focused on.
You were a lingerie model? I didn't know. I mean, now we have to put that in the lower third. There you go. Kill that former prosecutor stuff.
Right. So you see what I'm talking about.
I'm a producer too.
Exactly. So that's what people try to focus on, and they try and talk about your looks and that you can't be intelligent. And did I actually have a real vision problem, or was I wearing my glasses to look smart? That being said, I love Sarah Palin because it's my easiest Halloween costume ever.
It is a good one. On Hillary Clinton, from the book. I wasn't really accusing her of whining. This is Sarah writing about Hillary. Still, before criticizing her on this point, I should have walked a mile in her shoes. I can see now that she had every right to call the media on biased treatment that ended up affecting her candidacy. In fact, I should have applauded her because she was right. Should Secretary Clinton and I ever sit down over a cup of coffee, I know that we will fundamentally disagree on many issues, but my hat is off to her hard work on the 2008 campaign trail. A lot of her supporters think she proved what Margaret Thatcher proclaimed: if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. So she and Hillary look like soul sisters now.
Well, Sarah Palin was very clever in how gracious she was about both Hillary Clinton and, I might add, Geraldine Ferraro.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, the attacks on Ferraro and Hillary Clinton at least got balanced out a little by the fact that they were Democrats, and the media loves Democrats. But I have not studied the sexism toward Hillary or Geraldine Ferraro. I wouldn't be surprised if there were incidents of it.
Does Hillary gain from reaching out to Sarah?
I think she does. I think she looks gracious. I think Palin looks gracious, reaching out. I do agree with Ann there. I just think you can't compare how Ferrara or Clinton handled policy questions with how Palin couldn't answer policy questions during the race. I mean, here's a woman who said things herself that led to her being ridiculed. Had nothing to do with her sex.
Okay, I have to just say the AP had 10 reporters fact-checking her book, and they came up with some pretty lame and small, inconsistencies. Nothing major.